Welcome back to my backyard snack yard on a beautiful summery day here in Dorset, England. I just thought we'd have a little look at my courtyard because we've got some more stuff growing since the last time. We've got my wonderful strawberry grapevine, also known as fragola. It's an Italian one, and it does produce the most amazing grapes that are super sweet and just taste and smell so strongly of strawberry. Last time we looked at it, it was full of little tiny fat flower buds, and they're all opened now and are like super full of pollen, which I really think smells a bit honeyish, to be honest. Look at all that. Wow, and there's so many of them. I'm actually seeing that the vine, it does grow really fast and it's kind of growing a bit crazily, so I think I need to come and just snip it back quite a bit to where the first little grapes are forming. Don't think it will mind being pruned slightly. I think it's just important to keep it pruned quite a bit because it can get really heavy and just amazingly full. It's so full. Wow. I only planted it back in 2023, as you can see there. So, it's not that old, and it has produced grapes every year. Even the first one, I had a few ones the first year. It's always fun to get them quite quickly for impatient people like me. Over here we have a Victoria plum. It's a dwarf, but look how big it's gotten. So I am going to give it a summer prune. I would anyhow, because you need to prune these stone fruits during the summer, but it's definitely going to get one quite soon. It had flowered beautifully and it is self-fertile, so I hoped that some of the fruit would set, and they did, but then they dropped. So I'm not entirely sure why. It could be it just needs to get a bit older. I've only had it here for, well, it's only, been a year since I planted it, or a year and a half now. So I guess it just needs to mature a bit longer, but at least we know it can flower, and hopefully next year it'll hold on to some fruits. That'll be nice. Here we've got really wonderful wisteria, just growing in a pot, doing so well. This is an American one. It's called Amethyst Falls. And if you look at the flowers, they're not as long as some of the really drippy ones are, the really dramatic ones, but it's still beautiful. Some of these wisterias, they just grow really crazily, and this one is much more contained. It's a good one to grow in a container, especially if you're worried about wisterias, which can cause problems with housing if they sort of start growing into the foundations of the walls or whatever, or getting into the eaves or up on the roof or whatever. It's just a nice one to grow here. So pretty too. Another one I haven't shown for a while, it's my Suriname cherry. And I left it outside over winter. And I did cover it when we had cold nights. We had some temperature drops down to -5 degrees Celsius. So we had some cold times back in November. And I actually thought it might have really died because it lost so many leaves and it just looked like a bunch of sticks. It was really unhappy. But 6 months later, it's looking so much better. Lots of new growth. I'm going to overwinter it inside in the future because I used to do that. This was the first winter I just thought I haven't got space because all my plants have gotten so big, all the ones that need overwintering indoors. So I just was running out of space slightly, and I thought, well, let's keep this one outside, but it's not one that can handle that at all. So it will have to be indoors, and hopefully we'll get some flowers and fruit soon. It produces these really funny, almost pumpkin-like, well, they look like little miniature pumpkins, but they're meant to have like a sweet, sour flavor and be really delicious. So it would be really nice to get some fruits. And I think it flowers later on in the year, so let's see what happens. It probably just needs to recuperate now anyhow because I gave it that big huge shock by leaving it outdoors in the cold, poor thing. And over here, this side here, we've got quite a large fig tree, which has some figs, some brevas on it, which are large. This one over here, which is actually really quite big. Look at that one. So hopefully they'll ripen soonish. And then we got my Chilean guavas. This is my flambeau. It's looking a little bit sparse at the moment, but look how pretty the leaves are. There should be some flower buds. Usually the flowers and the flower buds are really quite inconspicuous on this one. And then the fruits themselves are white. but still delicious. And then here we got my Bella Berry, which is looking slightly worse for wear, but it is full of lovely flower buds. Look at them, and they're going to pop open and be so sweet smelling, and then the fruits are just so delicious. It is such a fun plant to grow. This one's had a few setbacks actually, this plant here. I think it got cold during winter, but there are lots and lots of wonderful little flower buds on it now, so we should get lots of berries. They're really, really tasty. So tropical tasting. A bit of pineapple, a bit of bubble gum, a bit of cotton candy. People say all kinds of amazing things about them, and I just really find them super delicious. The Chilean guava, also known as Ugni Malinae. But yeah, you can see the leaves have suffered. There's a nice new growth coming here, so that's a relief. But we did have some kind of pest problem, and I think also it got a bit dried out during the winter and cold, so it's a bit of a sensitive plant, but it is full of lovely flower buds, so that's a really good thing. Recently I've moved my Granny Smith, which I got in the supermarket last year, over here because I thought it would be a better spot for it. Granny Smiths, although they're like really quite sour apples, they're more like baking apples. They really need lots of sunshine. And so I thought this is the best spot for it. It's got lots of little apples on it, so it'll be interesting to see if it is really a Granny Smith. I tried buying a Granny Smith a while ago, and I got this one over here, which has got some kind of pests on it. And it turned out to be a Golden Delicious, so this one looks different. The fruits look really promising, because usually the Golden Delicious tend to have apples that turn really red before they then go golden. So this one's not doing that, so it's looking good. And there are quite a few apples on it, considering that it's not that old. So that's a nice thing. Oh, and we have these wonderful roses. These are some that were growing in the little cottage we lived in before, and when we left I took a cutting or two, and it's such a beauty, and it has such a wonderful scent. It's a really beautiful old English tea rose, so delightful. I use it when I make rose lemonade because it has a great flavor. The ones with the great perfumes always make the best lemonade. And here we have quite a large walnut tree that we grew from seed or from nut, and I will get it into the ground at some point, but they get so big I'm trying to keep it a bit small. And finally, let's see one last thing here. Over along this wall we have a Japanese wineberry. I was hoping we'd get some fruit on it this year because I planted it 2 years ago now. And it's supposed to fruit on 1-year-old wood. Look at these stems, look. They're so thick, so fuzzy, so beautiful really. I don't think it's going to flower though. I think it spent all of last year establishing its roots, and it didn't actually grow that much, but this year there are loads of new canes coming up. Yeah, lots going on down there. Look at the little needles. They've got like a red shine to them. Really pretty. So maybe we won't get any fruit until next year. But it's doing well. I just tied it up to this trellis. So that's nice. Biding its time, growing nicely and steadily. This is the little pathway that our hedgehog comes down, so we see him through a little window directly opposite, and then it's a really small pathway, but he just loves being back here in this little area, and we've seen him eating, I guess, snails and slugs, something crunchy anyhow, because we put the video camera up here. We've sort of moved the trail camera around to keep an eye on him, but when we open that window at night and we call out to him, He does run past us or run up to us. He's so cute. He's such a sweet little guy. So funny. It's so much fun having him in the garden. I also planted my beautiful kiwi berry plant. It's Actinidia here that I got from the garden center a little while ago now. It's doing really well here, looking so beautiful. Most of the flowers have faded, but the leaves are still so amazing. And then of course there are lots of herbs here too, including these beautiful chives. Super lovely. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.